Love is a many splendid thing. Love is a many splendid thing. Love is the word of the day. Love is beautiful. Love is like having friends and family. Not just that. Love comes in many different forms. One of the things that I love is Whole Shorts Party. Whole Shorts Party, you don't know how much I love you every time you upload your recent cartoon. It's beautiful. I love it and I enjoy it. And everyone else that is watching this video also enjoys it. We all love you. Whole Shorts Party, I love you. I also love your voice actors. Even Terrace Nicholson. One of the best voice actors you've got. And to all your other voice actors, I love them as well. What it all comes down to is loving you, Whole Shorts Party. You make my day every time you upload one of your cartoons. I appreciate you. I think you are loyal. You're the best. And I appreciate you. So let's get it in with today's video about love and your cartoons that are amazing and beautiful, Whole Shorts Party. Time to get scared. Who's ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Who's pumped up? Huh? Let's get this party pumping. Alright. Get the good old headset on. Yo, I'm pumped. I'm not gonna get too hype, but I'm pumped. Alright, so let's get it in. Ooh, that color fade. That was beautiful. The OMEGLE horror story by my man Terrace Nicholson.
This is a story that happened a couple months ago when I was in my
favorite voice actor.
I was a student majoring in industrial engineering, but unfortunately started taking online classes due to the global pandemic. Most lectures began surfacing online.
Yeah, COVID. I can understand that.
Zoom calls for each course following the other. I wasn't really the biggest fan of taking online classes, as I just recently enrolled in the curriculum, so not being able to socially interact with others in the classroom was a bitter pill to swallow. Which led me to the idea of using the video chat site OMEGLE.
Deep Web series in the background. I love the Easter eggs. I can't wait for mine.
Individuals there. Maybe some hot chicks if you got lucky enough.
Terrace Nicholson has so risky. That's cool. I guess I was thinking it has its own whiskey now. Dude, that's awesome.
Thought I'd give it a try one Friday evening. I figured I couldn't go wrong with meeting some random people from across the world while I casually sip on my alcoholic beverage.
Okay, hold on. How is that a sip? That's a long sip.
Come on.
This is just like halfway down.
Hey there. What's your name, kid? I'm Tommy.
I know that face.
You can call
I know that face.
Creep. Nope. Bitch. Not with you. That's when I came.
That's the guy from the Among Us.
Replicating Joaquin
Sure.
from the Joker movie that premiered a couple months earlier. Hey, dude. Big
Oh, it's him again.
He just sat there in silence while looking directly at the webcam with.
It's him again with the Joker one.
Smile, almost like he was intrigued by my company. Hello? Do you talk? Again, he just sat there, not saying anything. I was convinced his mic.
It's in Arkham Asylum.
I couldn't hear any background ambient noise that I would usually hear when a stranger appears on the screen. I decided to type, "I don't think your mic is on, dude." That's when he began typing in the chat box himself, saying, "All I have
Alright, he's typing.
thoughts looming inside my head." I playfully respond with, "Why so serious?"
That's not good.
Saying the word stop. He then raises a deck of cards towards the screen and began springing the cards from one hand to the other while I shout, "Stop!" midway through the deck.
That's actually impressive. I can't do that.
Selected card, the 7 of diamonds, towards the screen. He then inserts the card back.
That's impressive,
into the deck,
though.
all while having his head turned in a different direction. "Okay, Mr. Joker, gonna guess my card now?" He then typed, "If you want me to unmute my mic and reveal your card, you have to beat me in a blinking contest." I typed, "Okay, sure, I guess." The Joker then turns on his mic as I hear the
He doesn't know who he
out of
is.
nowhere. He then puts his face close.
He doesn't know who he
his
is.
eyes closed and begins.
He did things in on the shore.
1, 2, and opening his eyes on the count of 3. I began to reciprocate by gluing my eyes to the screen in hopes that any lag from the video chat would mask any blink I would inevitably make. That's when the Joker began to disturbingly grin at the camera with an over-exaggerated smile, almost like he had a weird ability to abnormally stretch his face. I begin to awkwardly smile back as my silly way of expressing a friendly gesture. I could then see tears falling from his eyes, like he was extremely reluctant to close them, almost as if the shame of losing an eye contest meant the world to him.
Why? Ah! Not do that, Joker!
I shouted, "Dude, you cheated!" as the Joker then began to start blindfolding himself while I awkwardly observe his bizarre antics. He then adjusts the webcam while placing one of his palms.
I'm doing the same.
Computer table.
I'm doing the
Then
same.
begins to raise a large.
Okay, what's he
kitchen
doing
mirror
now?
with the other hand. Dude, what the hell are you doing?
Oh!
Stabbing in between the gaps of his fingers.
Oh! No! Oh, he! Ah! Oh, he!
That's
No!
when the
No!
Joker began to nonchalantly
Yeah! Oh, he!
jabbing at the table flawlessly without any trace of a deadly mishap. It was terrifying, but
That's
at the same time,
impressive, I guess.
The Joker did this blindfolded at such a rapid speed that to the video chat, it legitimately looked like a camera trick. I shouted, "Dude, how the hell did you do that?" as the Joker simultaneously zoomed his.
I have no idea.
He then begins to type, "Want to see that again, but this time in IMAX?" I typed, "Sure."
What?
He
IMAX?
responds with, "Let me mute my mic. That way you don't hear my screams of agony in the unfortunate event that I make a mistake." I was a little alarmed with the
Oh, please
but
don't!
oddly enough decided to
Please
ignore
don't!
the rest of his stunt.
Oh Lord, oh
I
no!
watched him place his trembling hand on the table.
This guy
What he did
though!
next was one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen in my life.
Enjoy 100%
Enemy.
real cheese and organic pasta in every bite. Annie's.
He began carving the tip of the blade into the surface of his palm. I screamed, "Dude,
Oh!
what the hell is wrong with you? Dude, stop!
Oh!
What's wrong with you?" As his
Ah!
tremble uncontrollably with blood spewing everywhere. Stop it! Please stop!
Oh! Yes, please stop, please stop!
That's when the Joker unmutes his mic, unveiling the sounds of a muffled whimper, like his mouth had been covered with something. What I saw next single-handedly made me not want to ever go back on Omegle again. The Joker raises his webcam.
Wow, what is
revealing the
it?
source
What
of
is
the
it? What
actual
is it?
hand
What
he
is
was
it?
hacking at. It was a man that looked to be in his mid-20s with duct tape on his mouth, shivering from the lethal torture the Joker put him through. Look, it wasn't even my hand. Leave him alone or I'm calling the cops! As I look closer at the screen, I noticed he had carved the value and
I
seal of
think
the
you
trading
should.
card I had selected in the beginning of the video chat. The 7 of diamonds.
Oh, dang! Dang! Oh my sweet Lord! Oh my sweet Lord, have mercy on my soul! Oh Lord! Oh, hold up! Alright. Let's do the next one. True Swimming Pool Story. And it's written by Nightmare Files. So shout out to Nightmare Files.
My brother and I
That's
were
a shout out.
for the night while our parents went out with their friends. He's 17 and I'm 13. My brother left soon after my
And you're
parents
Denny
were
Suko.
supposed to stay home.
He looks like him and sounds like him.
A new neighbor just moved in next door. Some old guy. I saw him speaking with our parents the first day at his house. Anyway, we live in Florida, and it was the wintertime, so it wasn't too cold. I say this because we have a pool in our backyard.
Winter is cold. Winter is cold, I would know. I live in Canada.
Go swimming. I called my friend.
Well, maybe that's in Florida.
So he said he'll come over. He only lives about a street away. I started to swim some
And
laps,
Files.
as I come
Dun
up
dun
I
dun.
saw the old man from
Dun,
next
dun,
door
dun.
standing on the outside of our fence, leaning against the gate, with the creepiest
Okay,
smile on his face.
don't
I
go.
lost all form.
I
of
goggle her,
strokes and
dude.
completely stopped. I played it cool.
Come
and
on.
said hi.
Not
He
cool.
didn't even say hi. He went straight to, I noticed that your parents aren't home. I told him that my older brother is, and he then said, nah, he's not. I didn't see him when I was watching you through your bedroom window. I didn't say anything.
That's creepy.
I was just shocked. He opened up the gate and started to speed walk toward me.
Oh, no, thank you!
Began to back up in order to climb out of the
Oh!
pool, yelling help. He was getting closer, then he stopped and looked behind me. My
Oh!
friend was on the other side of
Ooh.
the fence running toward us, and also on the phone with the cops. My neighbor ran into his house.
Thank you!
The old man denied everything. He didn't know that my friend...
Wow,
was
that's so
running
not
to report the
fair.
cops.
That's not fair.
He was arrested and eventually moved away. I don't know what his
Good.
but
I'm happy about
glad my
that.
friend showed up. Obviously, my parents were pissed at my brother for leaving when he was supposed to stay at home to watch me. But they were happy I was okay. To this day, I haven't seen that guy since.
Wow, yeah, I know that was kind of creepy. I'm agreeing on that. I agree on that. Okay, let's do the next one. Next one's called The Man with 20 Personalities.
This
Narrated by
story is
Nightmare
told from a
Files.
female perspective.
Again.
It happened to me a couple of months ago. I was on a dating app called Tinder. I matched with this one guy that I found attractive. He had a clean shaven head. And was more
Really?
appealing compared to the other guys on the app.
You mean a
His
lot
profile
of
said he was the same age as me, 25.
loopy
I am
people
the
on
most
that.
versatile person you will ever meet. I compare myself to a chameleon because I like to
Sometimes,
be different,
though,
spontaneous, randomly. You should join me. This made me compelled to chat with him. He then sends me a direct message saying, "Hi, I'm Dennis." I sent him a message back introducing myself and asked him what brings him on Tinder. He responds by saying, "Want to have dinner at my place tonight?" Ignoring the fact that I just asked him a question. Without hesitation, I message, "Sure." I usually wouldn't be so forward with someone I just met online, but something seemed compelling about this guy. He then sent me his address and mentioned that he'll be inviting a few friends. I messaged him back saying, "Okay," and waited till then.
1, 2, 3, horror shows funny.
I drove to his address and arrived at his front door. As soon as I'm about to...
That's a really good
knock,
Easter egg. That's an awesome Easter egg.
He had a blank expression on his face and didn't say a word.
I'm not
I found
expressing this
very,
though.
Very bizarre and creepy. About 10 seconds later, he says hi, then leans over to give me a hug. He tells me to come inside and I stupidly go inside. As we arrive inside, I sit on the couch and Dennis immediately asks me if I want anything to drink. I tell him water.
You too, man.
He then tells me that Patricia only drinks tea. I was confused by who he was referring to. I asked him who Patricia was. He then tells me that she is one of his friends that he invited over. I tell him.
Here's Patricia.
Then he proceeds to get me some tea in his kitchen. A couple of minutes pass and the most bizarre thing happens. Dennis comes out of the kitchen with 2 cups of tea, dressed as an adolescent child. He wore a yellow hoodie and blue track pants. The clothes honestly look like it belonged to a teenager.
Why?
He places the 2 cups of tea on the table and reintroduces himself again, saying his name
Why?
is Hedwig, in a creepy child's voice. I found this really disturbing and assumed that this was some sort of sick joke. I awkwardly put on a fake smile and go along with the alleged joke. At this point, he tells me, "Drink the tea," again in a disturbing child's voice. I really didn't want to and knew I had to get the hell out of there. So I cleverly say, "Don't we have to wait?"
How about you run?
Patricia?
Yeah.
He got angry and said that if I don't drink it, he will release the beast. He honestly sounded like the type of child that throws tantrums when their parents don't buy them things that they want. I was trembling. I didn't know if he was armed or had a knife on him, so I drank it. The room suddenly started becoming blurry, and I eventually started fading,
Oh, Lord.
then blacked out. I assume it was from whatever.
I knew it. I knew something like that was gonna
waking up on the
happen.
floor and seeing a woman standing in front of me.
I knew
The
that
woman
was gonna
wearing burgundy.
possibly
Looks
happen.
like a burgundy long sleeve shirt, black skirt, and some heels. I eventually get up from the floor and rub my eyes to see that the woman was Dennis, dressed as a female. I remember thinking to myself, this guy is a psycho. He then said, "I'm Patricia."
Well, I don't have a problem with that. I don't. I support
I
that.
thought to myself, this guy is so fucked up. I acted fast and told him,
What?
"I'd be interested in a tea party only if you invited Hedwig back," which was the teenage boy he imitated earlier. Surprisingly, he obliged. And
Yo, something
supposedly
in real life took me out.
I immediately used the
Fam.
opportunity to haul ass out of there and drive home. It's been a month since the incident occurred. I haven't
Run!
reported to the police.
No, no, no,
I
no, no,
don't
no,
know
no,
if
no,
that
no.
was the smartest decision, but as I tell you this story, it still resonates with me until this day. Release the beast. Release the beast.
Wow. Oh, 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 oh. All right. This next one's called True Devil Horror Story.
It was New Year's
And it's
Day,
narrated by that
1995.
Milf House. Again.
I was in the middle of my junior year at my college in
bunch of my friends had come down to visit.
That actually scared me. The fireworks scared me.
We were all pretty hungover from drinking the night before. We went out for the usual post-greasy breakfast hangover stroll around the neighborhood. Two of these friends were twin brothers. One of them we hung out with all the time.
Yeah, this is like West Side Story.
We just met for the first time. He was pretty normal the night before, joining in on the fun, but on this day, we were all hanging out around the local basketball court shooting.
Do you see the guy smiling though?
Grass. And this twin brother kept following me around all over the place with the creepiest grin I've ever seen in my life, staring right into the nether regions of my soul the whole time. So I backed away and I joined the group again, and he kept following me around. When we were walking back to the apartment, it was just me and him walking down the sidewalk behind the group, and he moved in front of me. He stared at me with that creepy look again and fell down.
That brother smiling though.
I didn't know what to do or say, so I said, "Hey buddy, you alright? We're heading back now, right?" And so on. He wouldn't say anything. He'd just be there on his knees, looking up at me with this clenched face and squinted eyes as if we were looking directly into the sun or something. Later that day, my roommate said he was tripping, so I thought nothing of it and moved on with my life. A few weeks later, we got a phone call from the twin brother that we usually hung out with. And it turned out that his other twin brother went over.
That would be a good idea right about now.
14 times. She didn't die, but still pretty bad.
Oh,
couldn't stop himself from doing it because the voices and so on. The court case was covered in the media as this was a community where this sort of thing doesn't happen every day. I was reading one of the articles, and one of the testimonies was that this twin brother was severely schizophrenic and was hearing voices in his head. He believed to his very bones that his aunt was the devil.
Oh,
and that he had
wow.
been commanded by God to go
poor
kill
guy. I kind of feel bad for him now.
God that told him to go kill her. Well, as the newspaper article described, it was this guy in the group he hung out with on New Year's Day. It didn't take me long to realize that he was talking about me. This was over 20 years ago. I know for a fact that it was a mental illness, but just knowing that just stays with me to this day.
Oh my sweet Lord, have mercy on my soul. On my soul. Okay, last card, last one. Whoa! Oh, that's something. That's something. Yo, I love this intro. Two Deep Woods Horror Story. Yo, that's a cool intro.
About 10 years ago, when
that's a cool intro.
I would always go into the nearby woods with my friends for most of the day. One night, we left pretty late. Usually I got home before dark, but today, I knew I wouldn't make it back, and I already knew my parents would be mad at me. We were walking in a group for a few blocks. Then a couple of my friends split from us to go to their house.
That's a really smart idea.
I started to notice that a van kept driving past us. I didn't think anything of it. And then my last friend split to go to her house.
That's also another smart idea.
I had about 5 to 10 minutes left until mine. Then I see that van again, and it pulled up right beside me.
Oh no!
The driver rolled down the front window. Then she told me that she can't find her son, and she's been looking all evening.
Oh.
And she asked me if I seen him. I looked and I said no.
That poor woman.
Then she asked me if I wanted to get in her van to help find him. I said no again, and I looked forward.
That's smart.
Then she asked me, am I sure? I didn't answer, and I started to walk.
Please.
Then all of a sudden, there was some guy in her back seat that said, "Let's just fucking snatch her." I looked at the van for a split second as the woman looked in the back seat, and she sped up.
Oh no!
I started.
No!
I heard the doors open and shut up,
Ah!
but I didn't look back until I got home. Nobody followed me.
That's
I told
good.
my parents and we called the cops. I never missed curfew after that.
Ah! Yo! 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 Yo, that jump scare was legit. Oh my Lord, have mercy on my soul. Let me just turn the lights on. That. Oh ho ho! Woo! Woo! Yo, that was legit. Yo, but that last time scared though. That really got me. But yo, I just want to say, I really, honestly, love Holy Coach Party. They make like the best shorts on YouTube. And they're some of the best animators on YouTube as well. And not just that, they're really awesome people. I really like their cartoons. And not just that, I love the voice actors. And I love how well they animate the shorts. It's brilliant. You know what? Major shout out to Holy Coach Party for doing such an amazing job on their cartoons. And like I said before, keep continuing doing that. These shorts are awesome. Not just that, they're beautifully drawn and animated. And that's beautiful. Keep up the great work, Whole Shorts Party. I really love you guys. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see another episode of the Dylan Kurosaki Show, you know what to do. Astro, blast that like button. And keep relaxing, and don't stop believing. And most of all, I love all of you. And I love Holy Shorts Party.